Hey, what's up you guys? ShartimusPrime here, doing another 4K action figure review on two separate pieces sold separately. We have the McFarlane Toys Mortal Kombat 11's Raiden and Johnny Cage. If you're trying to get your McFarlane Toys figures, you can do so at Big Bad Toy Store, proud sponsor of the ShartimusPrime YouTube channel. If you're trying to get your McFarlane Toys figures, you can do so. Link in the description below at Big Bad Toy Store. And I gotta give a big thanks to McFarlane Toys for making this review possible. If you want to see the latest from McFarlane Toys, be sure to check the link in the description below. Nice packaging over here. Very different, or not very different, but a little different from the Spawn figure, as that one had the glowing green in the background, which was very appropriate for that character, but we have the red right here for these two. And big thanks to Omni for keeping a lookout on the Scorpion and Sub-Zero, which I had missed out on, but I did find those. Thank you so much for looking out, though, brother. I appreciate it. On the side, though, you can see product shots of each of them, and I will still be at the San Jose Toy Show this weekend, March 7th and 8th, so I hope to see you guys there. And then you get some more product shots right over here on the back with some of their accessories, and then you can see it says Mortal Kombat. You can see each figure right there, and it says Mortal Kombat on the top, and not much more at the bottom. So let's get to it and crack these things open. And here is Raiden. And, oh, he was standing just a second ago just fine. Come on, Raiden. And we have Johnny Cage. And neither of them are in focus at the moment, but, man, both really good-looking figures, I must say, right off the bat. Looking pretty dope, man. I like what I'm seeing over here. Very cool stuff, especially with that really shiny jacket that we're seeing on Luke Cage right there. Let's get into the Luke Cage figure first, just because that's the character I don't like as much as Raiden. But you can see that we have these bases. Each one comes with their own base that says Mortal Kombat right there, and they have the peg that sticks up. I don't really feel, strong need to use these due to the great articulation, or pretty good articulation anyway. There's still things that I would like to see happening with our articulation over here that we're not getting, but, just miles and miles ahead of what we've seen in the past from McFarlane Toys. We do get this little miniature action figure with Johnny Cage, which I think is a great accessory to have. Very meta, very appropriate for Johnny Cage. I mean, there's a lot of really good detail in this. Look at that. It's got the tattoo going across the chest. Come on, focus up, man. There you go. Looking really good. The musculature on this little figurine. You can even see the joints and everything right there. I think that's really cool. Right there on the knees and on the hip joints and stuff. Nice silver paint. So great looking little figurine right there. And then you can see that he has his trophy. Or his Oscar. I don't know. It's like a trophy of some sort. Not an Oscar. He's obviously flexing right there. But yeah, really dig that. And then it says Excellence Award, Best Actor. Yeah, so it is supposed to be like an Oscar. So there's that. That's really cool. It's hollow at the bottom. There's nothing inside there. And then that's it for the Johnny Cage accessories. And the sunglasses, which is a great touch to have. I think that's awesome that we get the sunglasses. I do appreciate that. You can remove these if you'd like. For some reason, this side isn't staying on as well as I'd like to. Like the right side just grooves right in there above the ear, but this side's just a little bit off. But I do like how the figure looks without it as well. It's still a very good head sculpt. See that? I like that. And man, the shiny jacket over here is just really badass. I really like that. That is cool. Nice wrinkles sculpted in here and everything. When you open this up, you could see all his muscles. And then they did get the armpit joints right here, the same color as the sleeves. I don't know if they should have gone with a flesh tone inside there or not. It seems like these armpit joints wouldn't really expose themselves past, but you would see it sticking out from underneath there. So I guess blue was the better choice. Yeah, you would totally see that and it'd take it away from the figure. Yeah. Especially if you want to get them in dynamic poses. But man, that jacket looks so badass. I love the metallic blue. That looks great on the back right there. You got some nice metallic teal color right over here on the top. The silver trim looks great. Some white trim right over here. The zipper, sculpt and paint. Everything looks really good here. I'm liking it. That says Cage right over there. There's the Cage, but he doesn't have interchangeable hands. It would have been nice if he had interchangeable hands. Like having some fists would have been cool. You can see there's a little bit of blood smear right there on the back of the wrap and right over there as well. I think that's pretty awesome. And the legs look pretty good. You can tell there's a texturing right here to his jumpsuit or whatever he's wearing. And then you get these shin guards right over here. And then you get these straps going around here. I love the details. The shoes look really good. I like that. Nice laces and everything. Nice texturing variation and stuff in there. can see how the laces are sculpted up top. And then there's, and then he just has the peg holes right there at the bottom of the feet. No real treads or anything sculpted down there. So that's pretty sweet. Not a bad Johnny Cage at all. I hope I didn't accidentally call him Luke Cage, because that's a thing I might do by accident. But that's Johnny Cage right there. I like putting the sunglasses on him. Now, Raiden, on the other hand, comes with some incredible accessories. First off, he has interchangeable hands. So you have the lightning effect hands right there. He already has one on his left hand. And then he has his staff holding hands, and they look really good. I like how these fingerless gloves look on the figure, nice and clean. He also comes with these red electric effects, and it tripped me out seeing this in Mortal Kombat 10. I was like, wait, what the heck is going on? But it just took me a while to catch up, Undead Raiden and everything. So that's really cool. I like these a lot. They go onto the hands very easily. I feel like they're unique to each other. Yeah, they are different. So the way they have designed this is really cool. You could see how it's obviously meant to go and wrap around the hand right here, and it just works out perfectly. I mean, look at that. That is so badass. I love that. That is cool. That is really, really cool. And there's a little bit of an orange fade right here. It goes from like a darker red to a lighter orange. Same thing with this one. You can see it kind of gets lighter in color as it goes. So that's really neat. I really like these electric effects. Really badass, man. And then looking at the staff right here, too. This is cool. I think McFarlane does wood grain like no other. Like, for real. The people at McFarlane Toys just do a great job with wood grain, man. Especially when you're looking at it in the Ultra 4K. Oh, by the way, I gotta ask you guys to be active viewers. And please hit that like button and subscribe button while you can. I should have mentioned that earlier. I have a hard time remembering to mention that earlier in the video. It's supposed to be, you're supposed to do that at the beginning, to remind people to hit the like button and stuff. But anyway, you get some nice wash right over here, black over the red. Looks really good. Again, that wood grain. See if we can get an even closer shot at the wood grain, even though we're losing some light. Oh, man. That is sick. Really dig that. Great looking wood grain right over there. I like that quite a bit. So that's really good looking. And then getting a close look at the figure itself. Oh man, this is cool as hell. I really dig this. Let's get underneath right here with the light so you can see the red in the eyes. God, it's really tricky because, his hat and everything. What's the official name of his hat? I don't know, but yeah, look at those eyes right there, man. That is freaking cool. Nice texturing right here underneath. They even have some paint detail underneath. That's sick. I love that. Same thing up top over here. Great paint detail. I like the gold trim. The variation of colors throughout on this just looks remarkable. I really like it. Nice, bright, vibrant gold paint. Nice textured sculpt and everything right here. You get some beautiful green mixed in with a lighter green. It's like a gray and green going in and out. So great paint detail. That is looking sick. The armor on him looks really good right here. So I'm really liking that. The whole skirt section looks great. There's like this very subtle texturing detail going on. Nice rips and cuts right there. Nice. Oh man, I really love this light green dry brushing over the dark green. That looks really good to me. Very happy with that. Again, the bright gold just looks great on these, man. Very pleased with the aesthetics of these figures. They have really good articulation too. So I'm really happy with that. Now, Raiden doesn't have the butterfly joints that we're seeing with Johnny Cage. So there's a give and take to each of these. And he doesn't have the same diaphragm articulation. So I, totally did notice that there are more accessories with Raiden, but a little bit less articulation. And then more articulation with Johnny Cage, but less accessories. So you can see how it works, with the cost of everything. They have to kind of spread everything out. But anyway, with Raiden, you can move his head up that much and down that far. You get side-to-side motion, and you do get some head pivoting. And then the shoulders will move outward that far. I love how these shoulder pads don't get in the way. I mean, it might look better if they're a little bit higher, but it doesn't bother me where they're placed. You get full rotation up here, and then you get a bicep swivel. And then you get double jointed elbows, and then the wrist hinge up and down or side to side, depending on how you have it configured, and you can turn them right there. You get a waist joint that turns side to side, crunches forward just a little bit and back a little bit, and a little bit of waist pivoting right there as well. Hips move outward very far, and he can kick forward very far and back. Barely any kind of swivel up there at the top. and then double jointed knees, and then the ankles can turn side to side. You can move them down, you can move them up. He has beautiful ankle pivot and toe articulation. Getting the ankle pivot to work, you do have to do some positioning and everything and rearranging and moving stuff around, but it works. I like it. And then Johnny Cage, you can move his head up that much and down. I'm going to move the sunglasses out of the way. You get side to side motion right here. And you also get good head pivoting. Johnny has a neck joint and a head joint right there. So there's two joints right there, both of them together, both of them together, both of them together. And there that goes. I like how that works. You do get the butterfly joints right there in the arms, on the shoulders. They shift up and down, move in and out. You can move the arms outward that far, rotate a full 360, bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, wrist turn side to side, and hinge up and down or side to side, depending on how they're configured. You have a diaphragm joint that turns side to side, diaphragm pivot, crunches forward. With the waist joint that much, with both waist and diaphragm joints, they move back that much. The waist joint allows pivoting and turning too. Hips move outward that far. Kind of surprised that Raiden's legs can actually do the splits better than Johnny Cage. That's just a little funny. Yeah, see, Raiden goes all the way out there, and Johnny Cage, yeah, that's as far as he'll go. He can kick forward that much and back. No real swivel up here. I'm not really seeing that moving. It's like shifting barely. Double jointed knees, and then the ankles can turn side to side. They move down. They move up only a little bit. The ankle pivot is a little bit weird, but you can obviously see how that's working right there. So it does work. And then you get toe articulation once again. And I did say toe articulation on the Raiden figure, right? Because he has a toe articulation also. So let's measure out these two figures and get some comparisons. And then I'll get the hell out of here and go on a little walk with the wife and the babies. That's the objective today, is to get a little bit of sunshine. All right, so let's go ahead and get this down and move this right here. I also got to work on figures that I got to sell for the upcoming toy show. I have a couple of hot toys I'm selling, amongst some other things that I've had around here for a while. Definitely not these. Don't ask me for these figures. I'm keeping these. All right. Let's get a little further back right over here. Don't ask me for any Deadpool figures either. Or my Spawn figure either. Oh my goodness. Oh, how dare you even think it. It'll be available at retail very soon though. All right. So measure out these two figures. You can see that Johnny Cage is standing a bit taller at around the 7.5 inch mark, and same thing with Raiden with the hat on there. I guess he's a little bit taller actually with that hat. And to get a comparison with another Mortal Kombat figure, we have Spawn right here. I gotta say, dude, very likely going to be in my top 10 figures of 2020 already. I could tell you that. This thing is just amazing. Two things people asked for in my review that I didn't show off. First off, I can't remove the cape here, so I feel like this is not removable. I'm not going to try to do it. I guess you can try to do it, but it's glued together right here in the very back, and it's glued right over here in the front, and plus I want Spawn to have a cape. And also there is the Spawn butt, which I didn't show off. People wanted to see the Spawn, or somebody wanted to see the Spawn butt, and for you Spawn butt lovers, there you go. So, you know, I don't discriminate butt cheeks on this YouTube channel. If people want to see butts, then you get butts. All right, here you go. We have Nightwing right over here. And I wanted to actually also, this is from the McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse line. And to show Nightwing next to Spawn right there, you can see how they're about, you know, Spawn's just a little bit taller. So I want to show that off. And then we have the Storm Collectibles Scorpion, and I just dropped his mask. Ah, jeez. I'm not going to make you guys wait around for me to find it. It just fell off like right here on the review station. But anyway, you can see that the Storm Collectibles Scorpion is out of scale and just too short. They just don't fit in together right there. You know, unless Scorpion's supposed to be that short, which I don't think he's supposed to. So it could kind of work, I guess, if you wanted to, but not really. And then last but not least, we have your average 6-inch scale figure, the Marvel Legends Big Time Badass Spider-Man. And there he is. So yeah, pretty sweet, man. I'm liking these figures. I think McFarlane Toys is doing a great job. I'm just really happy overall. You know, little things here and there with articulation. The thing that has me really most excited is that I know McFarlane Toys for having great sculpt. And and paint apps, and the great sculpt and paint apps is not, so far for me anyway, has not been sacrificed, and I'm just really stoked about that aspect of these figures. So very pleased with that. I would rate these differently. I just like the Raiden figure a whole lot more. So it's like I really like both of them. Like the Johnny Cage, I'm gonna give not so bad, and then the Raiden, I'm gonna give a rating of I love it. So those are my ratings for these two, but I think these are both really good figures. I think you're really gonna like them if you pick them up. Yeah, they're available at Big Bad Toy Store right now if you want to get them. If you don't want to get them, well then don't get them. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you want to support what I do here on YouTube, you can by checking the Patreon account. If you don't want to support, then don't. All right, you guys, hit that like button, leave a comment. You must do those things, though. All right? You must. Or don't. All right, you guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you later. Peace!